Hey guys, welcome back to Lanih's channel. Just going to do a quick update on this old tank. Had sitting here for over a year. Was going to put it under some of the other tanks, but with the height it wouldn't fit. So even if I took the hinges off and used the top, I only had 4 centimeter gap, so it's not, not workable. So what I've done, I just made this little base for it, basically a square, and I put 3 extra bits on top. Probably a bit of an overkill, but it just allows a bit more airflow underneath and will give me a little bit extra height to siphon water changes, whatever. So here's the tank. This is the one we got about a year ago. We got 3 tanks for 50 bucks. I set up the other one. Haven't set up this one. You can see the light wasn't working, so I put a couple of days ago I glued a spare light I had. I just went through all my bits and pieces. I got that put on 9 watt light, so that's pretty good. I only put 4 screws back in because couldn't seal it completely tight because I had the cord coming down. This one had a this one had this sort of filtration system, but I'm not going to use that. So I had this 400 watt 6 watt 400 litre per hour power head. I reckon that's way too much for this tank because I've worked it out. It's about a 40 litre tank, just over 37 litres is 10 gallons. So the time I put the water, it'll be about 10 gallons. So I'm just going to use a box filter. Just cleaned it out, put a little bit of gravel in there and a little bit of shell grit. I buy shell grit in bulk from a bird retailer, and just put a little bit in there. Close it down. Light's going to be, I don't know, it's a 9 watt light, so around the sides here I've just put foam. I put foam underneath, foam around the 3 sides, just to give it a little bit of insulation, because being a smaller tank, they vary, they're more prone to vary in temperature range. So I just had the foam. I just saved this off unboxing of the desk and stuff, other things we've got, always safe. So basically I've made it out of everything I had in the garage. It's not allowed out and about, but yeah, had 1 bit of wood. That's probably 8 or 9 bucks worth of wood. I had the screws, I had that. So now I'm going to just put it in the fish room, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, that's where it's going to go for the time being, but I may move it around. If I think I can still do the measurements and still scoop me a little chair around. I was undecided whether I'd put it, I wanted to put it here initially, but I've only got spare, 1 for the heater up here, 1 for the lights. I'll have to run an air line. And I'm just going to take a box filter, a cycled box filter out of here, and use that one. So I'll just put it in that place. I'll fill it up with water and put the stuff in, and then come back to you and show you when it's sort of set up. I'm just going to get it set up, even though I'm using a cycled box filter, and I'll let it run for about a week or a couple of days until I decide which fish. I'm waiting on a part to come, so I'm going to turn it into a breeding tank, a different style. So get it set up this week. When the other part comes, then I will show you how I do that. Alright, thank you. Hey guys, welcome back. It's 3 hours after setting it up. I've got the water in there, and yeah, looks alright. I just put a couple of plastic plants I had just to hold some larger guppy grass on this one, just so it's not floating around, and put some moss on there just to give us some structure to hold it in place, and one baby sword plant and one really baby chain sword, just to put them in as an experiment to see which one's going to grow under this light, because it's not very sure. I'm sure the moss will, I'm hoping the nudger grass will, I don't know about the others. I just put a few rocks at the back. I have put 2 fish in there, one pregnant guppy and one bristlenose, but you know, you can see the swordtail down there laying on this side behind the pot there. I don't know if you can see her, but she's hiding there, but they'll take a while to get used to it. But yeah, it's hooked alright. I've just hooked the light up here. I put a bit of tape around this connection for the LED light. Sometimes they come apart. Just taped it back here on the side. Ran a new line for the air and the heater. Just taped them up there so they're out of the way a little bit. So still got pretty working access to here. But yeah, pretty happy with that. It'll clear up in a while. I've got the heater working. I'll just keep an eye on it for a few days, make sure it's keeping temperature, because everything in here, I haven't spent any money. These are just all bits and pieces I had to put it together. So it's pretty good. The idea is to get the platies to drop them babies in there, because in here they've had some more, but only 4 babies survived the last drop because there's like 50 fish in there. So yeah, thanks for watching. I mean, you wouldn't put fish in if you had to cycle the tank. It'd take you 2, 3, 4 weeks. But I've got cycled box filter, so I've just done that. Get it up and running, and then down the track I will turn the box filter into an airlift and put a thing in there, but we'll show you that next time. The only change in here is this tank when sold 4 trios, a bit male heavy, and 8 of this size sword plants. So that was good. So there you go. Filled it a bit of time, cost me no money, just use everything I had laying around, and yeah, it should work well. So thank you very much. Please subscribe to Lan's channel if you'd like to. Leave some comments, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
How to take photos in there?
Don't want to take that photo.
I didn't take photos.